Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon and this guy right here, Ed Wallace. We are two retired New York City police detectives with 20 plus years of law enforcement. If you like all things true crime related from that police perspective, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will get all things DutyRon and Ed Wallace when we go live or upload another video. Tonight, guys, we have Cassie Carli's sister, Raeann. We call her Rae. That's her name by short. She's just a wonderful advocate for her sister. She's been very outspoken and out there during the searches for her sister. So we're going to have her joining us tonight. But before we get into that, let's say thank you to our Patreon supporters, the channel members, and all of the folks who positively engage in all of these live streams that we do. You guys are an intricate part of what makes this a great place. And Ed and I cannot thank you guys enough for your sincere and kind words and your support. We had the Naomi Arion celebration of life last night, and you guys were just unbelievable. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support and wonderful comments that I read today. You guys are just amazing. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good, Ron.
All right, my brother. So we do have Cassie's sister, Raeann. She is going to spend about an hour with us. So quickly, I want to just set up for the audience. She did an interview with JB just about a week or so ago. We all know that, in this case, we didn't have an outcome that we were all looking for. We were looking to find Cassie and bring her and Saylor home, but we brought one half of the team home. Saylor is home. She's safe. She's with people who love her and care for her. And that's what's important right now for the Carli family. First and foremost, we want to give our sincere prayers and condolences to the family. And I know we do that as a community. We'll do it again when Rae comes on with us. But I want to play just a short clip from HeyJB. She, her and a brother, some of the friends, two friends of Cassie's, who've known her for a long, long time, gave an interview. I just want to give the audience a little bit of a taste of where we're at. And, quite a few things happened since this interview, but just want to set it up for you guys. So let's play this real quick and get the audience ready.
Is the family of Cassie Carli. Now, they have been searching far and wide, looking everywhere that they can for Cassie, but they're taking some time out of their day to join us here on WFLA Now. Guys, I'll let you introduce yourself to our audience, but thanks for taking the time. And again, we're asking folks to share, to help, because she's still out there, and folks are still, of course, doing everything they can to find her. Can you speak for a moment as to who Cassie is to you after, of course, you all introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Cassie's sister, Raeann. This is her brother.
My brother, Anthony.
I'm Kirsty Sullivan. I went to high school with Cassie and have been good friends for decades.
And Cassie's best friend of 25 years.
And can you put into words, each one of you, can you put into words what Cassie means to you and the person that she is?
Cassie is just full of life. She is so happy. Anyone that's been around her can just feel her energy is always just full of love and light. And she has touched so many people, not just in our family. I mean, she was the glue in our family that held us together, but in the community. She loved her city of Navarre. She loved the beach. Oh, she loved the outdoors. Taking her daughter to the beach was the highlight of her day. She would go daily if she could. She just so full and excited and hopeful for the future.
A very strong person.
So strong.
Cassie and I went to high school together, and I've seen so many people from high school come out in the last 5 days. It's fueling our fire. Like, we're not stopping until we have Cassie and Saylor home. And I have yet to meet a single person with a bad thing to say about her.
Yes.
I can't think of anybody that doesn't like Cassie or wouldn't want to hang out with Cassie, because she is always cutting up and laughing. Like, when I think of Cassie, the first word that comes to my mind is like joy.
And you can tell with the community rallying behind you and your family and Cassie's family and friends, just the rallying that has gone on. It speaks to how much she is loved in this community. I've been on the phone really around the clock for the last 24 hours, texting, calling, and the amount of love that has been coming through. It's just, we can hear it in your voice. Can you tell us what it was like when you first found out that Cassie could not be located? Now, again, for the audience just joining us, she, on Sunday night around 7 o'clock, she goes across the causeway in Navarre Beach to pick up her daughter. This was relatively normal, right, you guys? I mean, relatively normal to pick up her daughter on a Sunday night because her daughter was in her father's custody on the weekends. Do I have this correct? And then something went wrong. Can you kind of walk us through exactly what transpired?
It was every other weekend, and it was actually supposed to happen in Destin. It wasn't normal for her to be meeting him there. Sometimes, rare, maybe once or twice a year, she had met him in Navarre recently, because we understand that there's a family that would babysit often for Marcus when he had his daughter 2 days out of 14.
And for those of you, Marcus who was named yesterday in the press conference by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. Marcus is the 4-year-old daughter of Cassie's father, who is in Birmingham, Alabama. But we'll get into that here in just a few moments.
All right, folks, I wanted to just set that up. Like I said, that is old video. It's from over a week ago. Again, I wanted you to just get an idea of the searching that went on and some of the efforts that went forward by her sister and various other folks from the Navarre area. Without further ado, I want to introduce to the audience Cassie Carli's sister, Raeann. We call her Rae. Hey, Rae, thank you so much for being here.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Any chance I get to talk about my sister right now, it really helps me. So
yeah. And you know what? Again, on behalf of Crime Time with DutyRon, my entire community, we send you strength, prayers, positive vibes, and nothing but support here and love. So we thank you for taking out the time. Ed and I and the entire community, I was highlighting some of those messages. There's so much love for you and your family and your sister and Saylor and so many people. You told me today it really reinstilled your faith in humanity. You want to talk a little bit about what this has brought you, like how, this is kind of enriched your life in a little bit of a way,
yeah. I kind of said too a little bit at the vigil, like I'm not really shocked though, because I know my sister was loved by so many and I know the community loved her back, but we are just still so blown away and humbled by the response. I mean, and the support and the love and the kind words. And, there's food trains going on where people around the community are bringing food to my father's house and just it's just astounding. I mean, it definitely helps the process a little bit. So thank you all, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, and Cassie was loved in her community, loved by her friends, and that's why I wanted to play that, because we heard her high school friends and people just, saying not a bad thing said about her. Could you just, if you don't mind, for the audience, just give us an idea of what your sister was like? People want to know. I know that you've said it before, but
she lit up a room. She glowed. That big smile. It was like a light bulb that just everyone would turn and you couldn't look away. She had so much love to give, and just anyone that she would meet, she instantly would kind of just connect in some way. She would find a way and be sincere about it as well. You could tell she had that good soul and good intentions. And her friendships, I remember I'd be envious. I only have a couple best friends, but she has about 10, and they're all good, solid, strong relationships too. And that was just Cassie. She was loyal and just, oh, I mean, I can't. Her soul just shined through. It really, really did.
No, amazing, amazing. You know, and so many folks want to know how your dad and your brother and the rest of your extended family, how, I mean, obviously it's, you know, it's devastating, but how's everybody holding up? A lot of people have been asking that in the chat and on my website.
Yeah, we're holding up. I mean, you know, thankfully the memories, the pictures, the voicemails and texts, just holding on to those right now, and those fond memories are really helping the grieving and the healing, and sharing with each other. Look at this picture I forgot, you know, she sent me of this, or this silly video she posted, and that's really keeping us going right now.
Yeah. So many people fell in love with your sister. She's become like almost the sister of the world now.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, that's not how you want her to become that popular, but everybody's talking about her. And, you know, my main focus here on Crime Time, Ed and I, Crime Time with DutyRon, is to support not only the victims, but their families. Because as we say, you know, this is now a lifelong process for you guys to go through. And that's why we like to give support to as many people as we can through our platform. And the reason I invited you today, and you and I, and, you know, Ed has been speaking with me about this behind the scenes, is, you know, we wanted to reach out to you, not to talk about the horror of what happened to your sister, and it is a horror, but we wanted to have you on, Rae, because we want to support you and talk about some of the good things that you are trying to do and you will be doing in your sister's name going forward. Example, the Cassie Carli Foundation. And,
yes,
you know, to support her daughter, Saylor, who she so desperately wanted to have a family. She had some fertility issues that I read about. I think we all know. You want to just walk us through a little bit about how important it was for her to have a child and what you are envisioning for the Cassie Carli Foundation?
Yes, that was my sister's dream, was to be a mother. She had a previous marriage and they tried with, like you said, unfortunately it just didn't happen. It wasn't in the plans. And then she was blessed with Saylor, and she was so excited to be a mother. And from day one, she fulfilled that duty. She was just the best mother. I mean, and she's still looking over her. She still is. So, and she tried everything to do right by her daughter as a parent, you know, regardless of the help she could receive or ask for or whatnot. She always tried to make the best decisions in the best interest of her daughter. No matter what, giving equal family time, everything. She was so good at that. And the Cassie Carli Foundation, her best friend, Sam Graves, actually, and her friend Greg are the ones that started it. So, and I am working with them. It's amazing. We do not want any other woman to face what Cassie went through. We said, you know, if Cassie would have known that her passing would change and help possibly thousands of people, that's the type of selfless soul she was. She would have done it 1,000 times. And the Cassie Carli Foundation is going to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. Their main objectives are to prevent, protect, and support. And there are so many elements that go into that. In fact, I mean, we want to make sure that, for example, exchanges, a safe place to do exchanges. We already have the first project in the works with the support division, and that is installing a light in that parking lot because it was so poorly lit. Right. So that is already in the works. And anyone that may need help or feel like their story is similar to my sister's, please reach out to the foundation. There are many. We're ready to help. We don't want this to happen to anyone else at all. And we'll help with, there's financial aspects we are going to be helping with, whether, you know, some of you may see, if you've checked out the GoFundMe, I had to start one for my sister for her legal fees, or I wanted to, excuse me. And so we want to make sure nothing like that happens again. The foundation will help with lawyers and whatnot, and safe places and support, so nothing like this ever happens again.
Beautiful, beautiful. Ed, I know you've been following this closely, and conversations back and forth about making change and trying to correct these situations from happening. Lighting installed at that meeting spot. We're going to get into talking about how that meeting spot came up, and we're just going to touch lightly. And I just want the people in the audience, Ed and I both want everybody to know this. We first and foremost want to protect the integrity of this investigation. We do not want to have any type of information that a defense attorney would have a field day with. So fielding any questions in regards to where Taylor is, or where Saylor is, and what her status is, we're not going to get into that here. And we're not going to also talk about any criminal element as far as Marcus goes. But again, we will talk a little bit about the relationship and perhaps how they met and how that relationship went. But it's important that we just respect, Rae here. We're going to respect the whole entire family. Ed, I know you're on board with that. Any comments or any feelings in regards to that area?
100%, because Rae may be called by the prosecutors as a character witness for her sister. So we don't want to do anything here at this show and with our audience to jeopardize any testimony that she may have to give, or any of the investigation.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. This is a safe place, and you'll come to find that out. We do.
I can feel it already.
Well, listen, so Rae, I wanted to just quickly, before I show another small little piece about talk a little bit about Marcus, okay? Because unfortunately, this is the main focus of what we're waiting for the medical examiners to come back with the tox reports and all the different reports on what happened to your sister, because we really don't know at this point. But what we do know is that he is, in my eyes, and this is just my opinion, wholeheartedly responsible for everything that happened to her. But we need the science to work itself out, and we need to get to the answers. But if you could, just scathing around the outside, how did they meet? These are questions that people, are speculating about, and the internet can be a really shitty place, and people can, come up with false narratives. And I figured, what better than her sister to give us an idea of how these two met and how it went.
Yes, my sister, she had been married before, like I said, and then she was divorced, and she was not looking or anything like that, but I think I heard they met online.
Right.
But no, not much information she really gave me about it, or depth or detail. I just know soon after meeting there was Saylor, and we were just so excited about that. So
I heard you talk one time on an interview, and you said that you initially, when you first met him, you got a bad vibe from him. Is that a woman's intuition? I know you're the younger sister. She's 37. You were 31, 32?
32, yes.
32,
and we
going on 29, right? 32.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we, like I said, my sister and I, we're two of a kind. We're real joyous, warm, outgoing people. We're huggers when we meet people and whatnot. And just from the get-go, my vibes were off. I don't know. It's my sister. I want the best for my sister. I mean, she could be dating Brad Pitt or George Clooney or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just didn't get the best for my sister vibes.
Yeah.
At all.
And so that is something that's like a built-in thing. Like, us as detectives, we see people, we know when someone's a shitty person. We could just tell right off the bat, so it's almost like that woman intuition, the womanly intuition. We heard your brother say on the interview with HeyJB, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, that your sister told him that if anything ever happened to her, that it was Marcus. And this is out there. This is not some new information. You guys have spoken about this.
Yep.
How much did that raise the protection level? Like your dad and she's living with dad, right? With Saylor.
Yes.
And, how much did that raise the protection level? Like, people in the past go with her to these exchanges, or was it done solo?
Yes,
I don't
kind
know
of like you said, based on that woman's intuition. She would have those weeks sometimes where her intuition was heightened or something, and she may have someone join her, whatnot. She was very alert and aware of the situation, very much so. And she had made sure to make us aware as well. So just in case.
And it was said that she made that exchange at Navarre at the beach there because it was so close to the home, right? Was he kind of sweet talking her and kind of trying to get on her good side to make it convenient to kind of try to lower the
that's the thing. We spoke daily, but she honestly hadn't spoke much about that at all. I knew, and as it's out there as well publicly, that there had been some financial orders in place that I knew were coming up. So that is my only idea or theory, is that possibly it could have had something to do with that. But I do know that her sense of intuition was not high on alert that week before at all. I do know that. She was our conversation and everything, she would have said something to me. We talked about everything.
Hey, Rae, let me ask you, did you guys speak like on a regular, like I talk to my sister like almost every other day, you know?
Yes.
And my brother, you know, not so much, but we do talk at least a couple times a week.
Right.
What was your kind of conversation schedule with her, daily or by text?
We spoke daily and multiple times throughout the day. Text. We tried to FaceTime once a day at least with the kids. And we had like planned a trip. I was supposed to be coming up there soon for her birthday. So we were, you know, FaceTiming and saying, here's our bikinis. Look at my outfit for the trip. And and little memes online. And did you see what so-and-so posted? Or, you know, the Oscar thing, like the Oscars are coming up. Just every little thing we would chit and chat about. Everything.
So you guys were in touch with each other, big communicators. So it's, you know, right up until this happened, you guys were communicating fully. And that's why not hearing back from her and hearing those odd text messages, you knew right away it wasn't her. And that when I watched the JB thing, you were like, there is no effing way that this was my sister.
No. And on the weekends too, I know, you know, we talked every day, weekdays. Let me say that, because sometimes on the weekends, you know, like that was her downtime, you know, that was her mom time that weekend. So she'd do her things and my fiance doesn't work. So we do our family thing. So the weekends we may not chat during the day, but every weekday, Monday, we'd start right back up again, you know, Monday morning, 10 a.m. Let's FaceTime with our coffee and whatnot. So it was like ritual.
Right. So everybody may not know this, but you live in a different state now. So without, you know, we don't want you to tell us where you live, but so you're living in a different state. So your communication with your sister was phone, text, and
Yes, that's why. And that's why I planned the visit. But she had recently been up here for the holidays, and, you know, we both had our kids close. So we just, baby showers and big events, we were always there for each other as well. But yeah, I do live further away. And where I live, I moved up to her. I moved with her, and then she ended up moving away again. So we've always been so close. This was the first time we've not lived within a few miles from each other. So within the past 2 years.
Rae, if it's all right with you, I want to play the clip where you talk about the text messaging and your brother and everybody. I just want the audience to see how definitive and how you guys were right away saying, we know definitely that came from him. It didn't come from him. So I want to play this real quick. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm technologically advanced sometimes, and then sometimes I suck, but I think this time I got it good. So let's play this. It's only it's about 1 minute and 50 seconds. So it's going to be loud.
What you're saying is that you do not believe that the text messages about the car being broken down, those text messages that went from Cassie's phone to the phone of her father were not sent by Cassie and was sent.
We do not believe that those messages were sent by Cassie.
And who do you believe sent them?
Marcus.
Marcus.
She's the last person to see her alive.
she's been telling me for the last 2 years that this dude has been threatening her. He's pulled a gun out. She's worried. She's never wanted me to come around. And she always said, there's something.
Rae, I want to ask you something, and you don't have to answer this. You know, you're not on the camera now, but people still can hear you.
Right.
When you were turning to him, I got this message 1,000 times. Hey, DutyRon, what was she saying to him? Can you say what you were saying to him and he wasn't actually saying what you were saying? But do you know what, can you talk about that? What you were trying to convey to him?
I think I was just repeating to him, say what she told you, say what she told you, say what she told you. Honestly can't really remember, but I think I was just trying to get him to stay on track because I knew emotions were high and I wanted to, you know, keep the information out. You know, I didn't want any misinformation or anyone to lead astray. My focus was finding Cassie. So I think I was just trying to get him to stay on, say what she told you, say what she told you. Yeah.
Is he the youngest, your brother?
He is the middle. I am the baby. She is the oldest.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say it looked like you were playing the big sister there. Like,
yeah,
hey,
that was Cassie, I think.
Yeah, coming through you.
Yes.
Right, let's let the rest of this play. I just was curious because I
was thinking the same thing.
I literally had hundreds of people ask me about that.
I bet.
Yeah.
Been threatening her. He's pulled a gun out. She's worried. She's never wanted me to come around. And she's always said, if something happens to me.
Oh, I was repeating that. That's right. Okay. If something happens, yes.
Okay. So if something happens to her, it's him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because it looked like you were really trying to get that message across to him as keep him focused.
He was very upset and I wanted to make sure, honestly, he can get a little vulgar. So I didn't want him cussing on air or anything. I thought he was going to start cussing him out on air or something. I'm like, this is still just the news. You're not talking directly to him.
Yeah. You could see the raw emotion.
Yes.
He was, you could hear his voice crackling. You could tell it wasn't his regular stern voice.
Right.
And emotions were there, stress, pressure, anxiety, frustration, all of the above. You guys at this point didn't know what happened.
Right.
100%. You guys were still in search mode here. So I have to say, I don't have a cap on, but I tip my cap to all of you in that interview for holding yourselves together. And on all of your interviews, Ed and I, we said it together, like you really represented unbelievably. Even on your TikTok, when you sent out your messages, hey guys, I need you to do this. I'm going to play a little bit of your TikTok.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable representative of your sister. So I mean, public speaking, when you don't do it and then all of a sudden cameras are put in front of you, it's kind of freaks you out a little bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So all right, let's let the rest of this play and then we'll be right back to you guys.
Yeah.
Cassie wouldn't leave her daughter. The minute I knew that she didn't have her purse, her phone, her car, or her child, we know. We're just praying that he makes a good decision and we can find her.
I'm going to throw up some pictures here because our commenters are asking for more pictures of Cassie so that we can spread the word and show this image and get this image out to as many places as possible. You'll also see some videos sent to us by the folks that are joining us via Zoom of the search efforts that are currently underway. Let me ask you this. A lot of questions, of course, being asked about Saylor, the 4-year-old daughter of Cassie and Marcus. And now the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office says that Saylor is safe. But I know, Rae, you and I originally communicated over Facebook because you were saying that she's not with your family. So can you just speak for a moment to Saylor and her safety?
Right. Saylor has been located by law enforcement and is well, but she is not safe until she is back with us, the maternal side of her family. She lives and resides full-time at my father's house with my sister. She is probably scared out of her mind, wondering where her mother is. She is not safe under his care.
I love that you.
You are saying is that you do not.
All right. Let me just say, I love that you did that. The way that you said that was just unbelievable. Really.
Thank you.
Just Wonderful. I'm trying to get myself. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. All right. There we go. All right. We got her back. We got her back. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there. Little bit of internet gods playing games on us. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, the way you were so forceful there, it just showed me that you're like a tiger,
Yeah.
and saying, hey, until she's brought home. Which brings me fast forward to this moment. For those of you in the chat, scratching your head and saying, hey, why are we talking about old news here? Yes, Saylor is home, well, just as Rae was saying in there, with the family that she knows and loves, her own bedroom, her safe place. It's not an easy road to recover from, but I know she had you there with her, and we talked the other night, and you were saying, oh, I'm going to put her to sleep, and it just gave me such a great warm feeling to know that she had the love from you, and that's again going to be a lifelong commitment between all of you. But everybody, again, for the folks here in the chat that are concerned about Saylor, she is safe. You want to just let everybody know just a little bit further. She's going to be receiving counseling and all different types of therapies going forward. But the bottom line is she's home, she's safe, and there's lots of different roadblocks that need to go through legal channels and whatnot. So that's just something that they're going to be going through. Ed, I know you're chomping at the bit. You're ready to ask some questions and talk. This is, again, for us, we're used to the crime scene stuff and talking about the crime element. But here, it's a little bit different tonight, folks. We're not talking about crime scene and investigation. We're talking about the Carli family and supporting them. So I'm going to queue up the Cassie Carli Foundation, the website, so everybody could see it. I want everybody to, eventually, after we're done here, to take a peek, go on over and look at some of the resources that are up there. Can you just tell us a little bit about who, again, you said Sam put this together, Cassie's good friend. I saw her on an interview. She's such a well-spoken woman.
Oh, yes, she is. I've been taking tips from her, so thank you. My progress is credit to her as well. It's just amazing, and we're hoping to hopefully sooner rather than later. We want to go big with this. We want to take it to Washington. There's some laws that need to be changed. Cassie, she was not listened to, and she cried out, and nobody listened to her, but she is going to be heard now. And many other women that feel like they have a similar story to her, please, you can see up there as well, the yellow button, get help. Press that. There'll be someone to help you. You are not alone, and we do not want anyone, like I said. My sister should have never even had to say, if something happens to me, it's him, because it should have already been being heard by the places she reached out to, because she did take the proper steps and whatnot to try and be heard.
Is this Sam here in the
Yes,
picture?
that's Sam.
Yeah, I thought I recognized her. Again, a retired law enforcement professional. She supplied you guys with a lot of support during this difficult time.
Yes.
And it's okay. It's all right. We're still here. It's
there
okay.
We go.
I got to get you a tripod.
I know, my toddler broke it.
But she's supporting your sister. Even here now going forward, there's all different kinds of things here for prevention, protection, support. This is a great website, and you can't go wrong if you're going through it. So many millions of women across the world, not just the United States. There's literally, tens of thousands here at home, hundreds of thousands that are going through it. And
there's already been, excuse me to interrupt, but there's already been hundreds that have reached out. I personally have had 5 or 6 women that I've spoke with, and their story is eerily similar to my sister's, and it's very unfortunate. And I hope we can make some changes, because God forbid, history cannot repeat itself. We cannot let that happen. It's our job as part of the community to help these women and these children. There's children involved in this.
Yeah. Rae, I can't agree with you more. There's many, situations where the aggression is towards the woman, but when it's towards the woman and there's a child involved, they suffer. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
100%.
everywhere.
Yeah. And Ed and I can
So-
tell you, as New York City police officers, right, Ed? I mean, we've seen hundreds of thousands of domestic violence cases. And I'm sorry, Ed, to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, we've heard that time again. If something happens to me, it's this person. You know, I've heard it numerous times. Just a quick couple of questions. Did your sister try to get an order of protection to have him stay away from her?
Yes, in the past she had tried. Yes, and I'm pretty
And
sure.
it was denied?
Yes.
Okay. And your niece, without getting into any details, how's she holding up?
She's great. She is good. She's
Mhm.
so good.
Do you or your family need anything? Anything from us? Anything you need?
The prayers and support, number one, first and foremost. Please keep that coming. That is the strongest tool of all. Thank you. That right there. And if you just, Saylor, you know, her future is now our priority as well. We want to make sure she gets the best future possible. So we do have the GoFundMe still set up for her, she starts preschool coming up. And she goes to the best, or we want her to go to the best, excuse me. So that all that stuff costs money. Life costs money. So we want to make sure, we don't have our Saylor's providers don't have to worry about things like that and the counseling and all of that stuff. Money's the last thing we want to have to worry about, and just be able to provide.
So
I know you can count on our audience and Ron and I.
They've already
at all
done some,
times.
so thank you. Oh, thank you guys.
Yeah. I mean, again, Ed knows we have one of the best engaging true crime audiences. Here is the GoFundMe. This is the only official GoFundMe. It says Celebrate Cassie. And it's started by you, by her sister. It's a team fundraiser. I'm going to share this onto my Facebook, but I'm going to link it down below in the description here. So if you want to support the future of Saylor, that's what I believe this GoFundMe campaign is going to be all about. And they're trying to raise $50,000. I hope they crush that goal and exceed it by 10 times. Funds will be going towards, higher education and care for Saylor going forward. And we as a community, it's time for us to all step up. And if you can even donate $5 to this thing, it's every little bit is appreciated. We, as a community, donated $500 to this GoFundMe, and we also had Trucker Steve, who's here in the chat, sending in a matching donation. I know, Rae, you probably have a couple of things to say to Steve. I'll go full screen with you.
Yes, Steve, I tried to already thank you. I've got so many messages and everything I'm trying to slowly personally get back to. But you, Steve, thank you. I cannot tell you how much of a difference that make. And if it helps too, that kind of helped right away too. We had to get an extra car seat. So thank you. The difference you've made. Thank you so much. It's already been put to great use, Steve. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that we love to see coming from Crime Time with DutyRon. Go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, Ron, I'm going to have to bug out. I got to get back. I just want to tell you, Rae, you have all my love and support for your family. And should you need anything, if you get forensic reports or the toxicology report or the medical examiner's report, and if you need that to explain to you, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and anything I can do to help you within those regards of demystifying the investigation and the paperwork and the forensic evidence, whatever you need, just call me anytime.
Yes.
Ron has give you my contact information.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Ed.
All right, Ed, I know you got to get back into the classroom and start teaching forensics over there. So thank you so much. And we will see you again probably tomorrow, Ed. We'll see you again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
brother.
you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There goes Ed Wallace, everybody. So again, Rae, I wanted to just overemphasize this. Again, this is a way to keep your sister's story alive here on YouTube. It's a very huge audience. The reach between Google and YouTube, which they own both the search engines, so number 1 and number 2. We have an audience that's worldwide. So
Yes.
I implore each and every one of you who watch this replay, who are watching live, to donate to the GoFundMe. I'm going to put it back up on the screen here. I will copy and paste this and link it down in the description below. But we are going to, again, at the end of tonight, donate another $500 to this GoFundMe to help push that close to $26,000. And I am now calling to action everybody and anybody here on the Crime Time with DutyRon community to donate to this. It's for this beautiful little girl, Saylor, who had her mom ripped away from her. And I don't want to open up any wounds for you, Rae, but
No.
I plead and I beg with all of the viewers to please, support this family. They need you. They need us now more than ever. And I say that a lot, but it's true. There's Trucker Steve. He is in the chat and he says, Rae, glad it helped out, Saylor.
Thank
Hugs
you.
and prayers to you and your family.
Thanks, Steve. I guess my dad was a trucker, so I love it. Truckers stand together. I love it.
Truckers rock. And Steve
Yes.
has got a heart of gold. He's got a heart of gold.
Yes.
If it's okay with you, I would like to just look at the chat because they've been here.
Yes, I want to give the chat like some minutes, and then I will have to go get my little one. I hear him giving dad a hard time, so I will have to tend to that, but I want to give the chat some attention.
Absolutely. We had 40 minutes of you and we are greatly appreciated. So for 5 minutes, we'll try to look at the chat. If anybody's got questions for Rae, again, this is Cassie Carli's sister, Rae. If you have any questions for her, we can just put it out there. Wendy says, Rae, I can't financially help you all, but you're all in my prayers, and know that Cassie will always be with you and your family. Just watch for the signs.
Always. We can already see some of them from Cassie as well. And like I said, prayers that's priceless. That's the biggest tool and the best gift ever. So thank you.
And this is Twyla Cisco. She is the search coordinator for EquiSearch.
Yes.
Yeah. So Twyla is down in Tennessee. She just sent in a message that says "Lost is not alone." That is EquiSearch's mission and statement.
I love that.
Yeah. Thank you, Twyla, for being.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, I work with them. I am the law enforcement liaison, so I'm always on the phone with Twyla and Dave Rader, who's the director of.
Yeah, I was ready to call EquiSearch, but they were that was the Saturday that we got the news. So they said, "Hold on." I'm like, "No, I got to sign papers for EquiSearch." No.
Yeah.
So I was ready.
And as a matter of fact, if you want to tell the audience, I mean, I know that it's no secret. You reached out to Nicole Schmidt, Gabby Petito's mom, right? That was on the internet, I guess, by social media of some sort, because then Nicole called me and sent me a message and said, "Hey, Ron, I want you to take a look at the Cassie Carli case and try to get a hold of her sister and get EquiSearch rolling." So she went from you to me, and then that's how I started talking about your sister. So, Ramona Harden sends in a $5 super chat. Says, "With love for Rae from Houston, Texas. Blessings to you and your family."
Thank you, Ramona. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep. And anything that comes in from super chats or any ad revenue on this live stream, we'll pay it right straight forward to you and your family. So it'll be just coming straight out. But like I said, another $500 at the end of this will go into the GoFundMe, and I'll get together with you on that tomorrow.
Thank you. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So hugs are coming in from Dr. Ed Moskowitz. He's in Pocatello, Idaho. Twyla, hugs and love for you and all you do with EquiSearch. Lost is not alone. And I know that he's been sending in messages to you, Rae, and the family. So much love from.
Thank you, Dr. Edward.
Dr. Moskowitz. Thank you. I don't see any questions, which is great. We got away with
that's good. If anything happens to come in too, let me know. I don't mind. How old? My child is 2.5. Do you hear him?
No, how adorable. And I've seen if we didn't get to your TikTok, but we'll do it at another time.
Yeah, please feel
but
free.
Her TikTok is linked. I'll put it linked in the description here. But I want to let you go because I know you need to go. One more message from Unsolved Crimes Uncovered. Rae, you are loved and are so strong. Thank you for being strong and being here. Is little Saylor going to be living with you and her cousins. I'm going to tell you that that's a question that she's not going to be able to answer because of legalities. But thank you for asking that question. And
yes, thank you for your concern too. Thank you.
Just know that she's safe, and that's really what we all need to know. There's nothing more that needs to be put out there. Marsha Ezel says, I donated 25 to the GoFundMe. Thank you.
Thank you, Marsha. Thank you. Gosh, thank you guys.
Debbie Godfred sends in $10 and she says, much love and comfort, dearest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
All right. Listen, the love is pouring in. We could do this all night long. I sense it.
Yes. Hopefully I'll be back.
Yes, you're always welcome here. Let me just say this again, anything that you need, and Ed just said that, that's not an empty gesture. We mean what we say, and you and I know we've been speaking with each other, right? Anything, day or night, if you want, you text me. I'm going to give you Ed's number. You can text or call. I know you said you like to call people instead of texting. So Dr. Ed Moskowitz sends in $50. Love and hugs to you, Rae. That's going straight over to you from Dr. Ed and his wife, Julie. Thank you so much. And
God bless you. Thank you.
These donations will continue to pour in after the streams are over. Another one's coming on in from Schmitty. She sends in a $5 super chat. Rae, you are superb, a catalyst for change. You have love and support here. Onward to Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you.
Amen, Schmitty. There's another couple coming in before we let you go. Unsolved Crimes Uncovered. That's a YouTube channel. Another creator sends in a $10 super sticker. That goes straight to the Carli family. So thank you for that. There's another $50 comes in from Alicia B, matching Dr. Ed and Julie.
Thank you.
The fundage just keeps coming in for you.
Wow.
Dawn Marie, she's in your sister's state in Florida. She says, we got you, Rae.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. I can feel it. I feel all the love. Thank you guys. It really helps so much.
You guys are awesome. Awesome.
Wow.
A lot of love coming in from Mama Smashley. $20.
Yes. Thank you, Mama Smashley. I love the name too. Thank you.
Brenda Canfero says, love and hugs and prayers to you, Rae. Hope you come on again.
Yes, I definitely will.
These guys are going to be bugging me. They're not going to let this go. You're going to have to come
I'll be back. I promise. I'll be back.
Fuzzy Doxy with the little dachshund sends in a $20 super sticker.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. My sister is going to have the most beautiful celebration of life, and Saylor's life in general is going to be the best. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you.
Fiber Floozy's Craft, who is a great friend of ours. She's actually crocheting a blanket for me in Texas. $20 straight to the GoFundMe. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
California.
Yes, I will be back. Thank you, California. Oh, thank you. I love Cali too. Sending love back. Thank you.
I can't manage that last name, but Rhonda, thank you for the $10.
Yes, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so much. You guys, your generosity. Oh my gosh, it touches me so much. Thank you. I need that.
Yeah, it just keeps coming. I don't know how I'm going to let you go here.
I know. I can't stop thinking.
Agnes sends in a $5 super chat and she says, God bless you and your family.
Thank you. As to you. Thank you so much.
Catherine Elizabeth Gasparino, a nice old
Thank
Irish
you.
girl.
I know. I like it. I like it. Carli Gasparino. I like it.
So she's an Italian, the Gasparino, from $20 in the super chat. And she says, love from New York.
I love New York too. We do. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right. Staying strong. Here's another message. Twyla from Equisters. She wants me to give you her number.
Yes. Okay, please do. Yes. And the one before, yes, please give me your number. Cassie is my strength. So thank you. That's who I'm staying strong for. It's all for her. All of it. She is my thank you.
Just a beautiful outpouring of love
here
on the live stream. We're gonna let you run and get attended to your little guy there. He needs you.
Thank you guys so much.
We will see you again and again. Like I said, just guys, keep sharing this video, sharing her story. Go over to her TikTok and support her there. I will link it down below. Mom of 457 Rose sends in a $5 super chat and she says, love to Saylor.
Thank
And-
you. I'll get that to her. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. This is just wonderful. You guys are awesome. I thank
Yes.
you for it. So I will let you run, and then I will wrap up the show solo.
All right. I'll be in touch with you, Ron, and I'll be back, everyone. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you, Rae. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye now. All right, so there she was. That's a great outpouring of love. Every super chat that came in here is going to be forwarded to the family. So I will calculate it all up. Unfortunately, with YouTube, we know how that goes, but we are going to send out these donations are going straight to the GoFundMe. It's going to go straight to Saylor and her future. And that's what this is all about, community coming together. Mama Smashley, thank you again for the $10. More love to go to the GoFundMe. Army of mamas behind you. Prayers and love to Taylor. Rae is such a strong woman. And I got to say, I feel so strongly about this because in such a horrible moment for her family, she lost her sister, right? Her oldest sister. A lot of people would just curl up into a ball and not be able to say anything. And I know this for a fact. I mean, my wife is so shy and timid in front of the cameras. I don't think she'd be able to say anything. But, sometimes we find inner strength from within, and I think that's what happened here with Rae. She found this inner strength and she shined through for her sister. And she will continue. You will continue to see her on the news. You'll continue to hear her talk and be a strong advocate for her sister. Marsha Armstrong, thank you for the $20 super chat. Blondie1025, much love to you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Unbelievable. You guys have been unbelievable here. Joy Catcher, Lucretia, always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Where did you go? There you are. Joy Catcher, the Joy Catcher says, so well said, Ron. We find that inner strength within ourselves, and sometimes we think and we know that it comes from our lost loved ones. When my father passed away and I had to get up in front of the family, in front of people, like lots of people, and give a speech. Not only did I do it, my brother did it, my sister did it, and my stepbrother. It was frightening to get up there and have a conversation with a bunch of people on a podium. So it's not an easy thing to do. And when you have the lights and the cameras in front of you and the news asking you questions, it is stressful and pressure packed. So, anybody want to see Rae's TikTok? Would you guys want to watch her TikTok before we end this? And thank you so much to everybody who's given those super chats. I can't believe how much love and outpouring of support came through for Rae and Saylor. I mean, Raeann Carli is, again, somebody who makes women and makes the world, makes the nation proud. So well said, well spoken. If you guys want to see some of her TikToks, I'll fire it up and let's see what we can do here. Let's see how I can share this. Boxing MMA. Thank you, Gary, for the super love. Thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. Let's see what she's got on here. I'll go full screen with this.
Hey guys. Gosh, I haven't even had time to go through all of the comments and all your condolences and support and love. And this
is her TikTok.
So grateful to you guys. It really helps me getting my sister's name out in her story. So thank you guys. Your condolences and support and love. And I'm so grateful to you guys. It really helps me getting my sister's name out in her story. So thank you guys. I do know there's lots of questions about Saylor. I just want everyone to know she is safe and she is on the way back to us. It's just a process, okay? Due to this situation we're in, we are going to make big changes. There are certain laws in effect right now that we are going to change. We're going to make a difference with Cassie's story.
one of those, Sam Graves, her best friend, is starting the Cassie Carli Foundation. And with that, we're going to help so many women. And we already have our first project in the works. They are going to be installing lighting in the parking lot where my sister met. So that is amazing. Also, I just want everyone to know my sister was the most selfless, loving, kind person I've ever met in my entire life. And anyone who met her knows that and can vouch for that. I'm in her room and I'm just soaking it in for a minute. I'm wearing her favorite color, which is emerald green. And I wanted to share something that's on her wall, which is laugh as much as you breathe, love as much as you live. And Cassie certainly lived by those words. Anytime I get upset, I just think about that big laugh and I replay videos and listen to it. I know there is a lot of people too reaching out, wanting to help. Our main donation is still the GoFundMe page. We are going to be using that for Cassie's celebration of life, any legal fees, whatnot, and of course, setting up a secure future for Saylor. So I will link that once again below. And just thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hey guys.
So that just gives us an idea of how strong of a woman Rae is. What a ray of sunshine coming down and representing her sister. So I'm going to wrap it up with that, guys. I hope you enjoyed our special guest. And again, we couldn't press for any information or questioning about Marcus Spanavello. I don't want to ever jeopardize a criminal case. So that's why we just had her on to support her and give her love. That's a way to support families of our lost. You know, her sister was murdered. So this is what Crime Time with DutyRon is all about. And Ed Wallace, Ed came out in the parking lot in his car. So it's like a reverse script. Instead of DutyRon in his car during the day, it's Ed in his car at night as he works. So this is how much these victims' families mean to us. And Rae is now a part of this family. So is Casey, Naomi, Rocky, all of these cases. You saw Roro and Jennifer Nobles come on with us. You saw Suzanne Morphew's brother, her stepbrother, come on and spend time with us. We had a whole host of different people from different crime victims' families come on with us, and that's what we do here. So again, $1,000 total. Steve, the trucker Steve, you sent in $500 to Rae, so now she's $1,500 strong, plus all the super chats that came in here tonight. It's just an unbelievable outpouring of support and love by you guys, again, stepping up to the plate. I love and respect you all, and I thank you. Tomorrow morning at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, my time, I will be going under the knife to take the skin cancer out off of my head. There's a little dot right here, believe it or not, and that's squamous cell carcinoma. It's going to be taken off. I'll probably get about 10 stitches there. So I'm going to be down and out for the next couple of days. You won't be seeing Crime Time with DutyRon. I'm going to be recovering. I'm not going to go live with a big bandage on the front of my head. So please keep me in your prayers. I know it's going to be fine. I'm going to get through it. It's going to be okay. And I thank each and every one of you, the replay viewers, Patreon supporters, the channel members. If you're not yet subscribed, please, please, please subscribe to Crime Time with DutyRon. We got the best community on YouTube. We might not have the biggest crowds. We might not have the largest numbers of watchers on live streams, but that doesn't mean anything to me, because I'll take quality over quantity any day of the week, any day, every day. I'll take good people like you over big crowds of heads. So that's what's important to me, and that's what's important to keep this mission going, is good people like you. So a lot of love and respect from my house to yours. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you. She's going to change my bandage for me this time. Thank you. Last time she said no. Thank you, Lake Lizard. Thank you. I appreciate it. So much great chat, so much great chat messages, so many great people here. I'm honored to have you all as friends, first and foremost, subscribers to this community, and just good souls, good souls. It doesn't matter where you live. You could be in South Africa, you could be in New Zealand, Australia, the United Kingdom, here in America. You guys are aces. In my book, you guys are aces, and I love all of you. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. As I always like to end all of these videos, God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. But God bless, most importantly, each and every one of us here in the chat, and all victims of crime and their families, but especially Cassie Carli, Rae, Saylor, her brother Anthony, her father, all of the Carli family. They need us now more than ever. Let's send them strength, prayers, positive vibes. From Crime Time with DutyRon, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, and good night from New York. Peace.